what's up, everyone? This is Bad5 with you again. This is gonna be yet another little follow-up to the whole Ground Zero Mosque shit. Now, I just put out the video, the second one, was that yesterday or maybe the day before, I don't know. And, I've got a pretty decent, reception from it, so that's good. I mean, I'm glad that most people agree with me. Like, I had some guy who, was, talking about, it's not right that, people are judging Muslims for this, and I agree. It's like, I brought up in videos, if you can bring up the whole terrorist thing against Muslims, then you could do that against Christians. Now, the more I thought about this whole idea, the more I thought of this, the more I realized that even atheists can have points brought up against us. Now, most atheists, we all fucking say, shit like, oh, religion's bullshit, we think it's wrong, it's like, yeah, I don't believe that shit, it's dumb. That's, pretty fucking common. Now, I don't think religious people are dumb, not at all. It's like, hey, you believe this, okay, cool, that's fine, Stone Commander, he's a guy who won Dream Warrior 2008, a few other Christians I've talked to, and, like, even if we got into debates, like, at the end it seemed like we respected each other. It's like, well, okay, you believe this. That's fine. But Dream Warrior 2008, Stone Commander, these are, and then Lapkind77, these are people that I talked to a few times and I respect them. So I don't think religious people are stupid, just like I don't think Muslims are stupid, even though, since I live in America, I don't come across too many Muslims except for the coffee shop I work at. There's a few that come in, they seem to really like me for, whatever reason. Maybe because I treat them like I treat everyone else. But the thing that pisses me off, and this is my main point, is when people like Sardonic Skeptic and fucking Thunderfoot and Pat Condell, when they are talking about how you can pretty much just lump all atheists, you can lump all Muslims into this whole group of they have a violent religion. The thing is this, we automatically surrender any kind of edge we have. We automatically do it. Because here's one thing I've always heard against atheism. Well, fucking Hitler and Stalin and Mao and Pol Pot, they were all atheists. And, communism was based on atheism and shit. Which most atheists are like, no, they didn't kill people in the name of atheism. They killed people in the name of themselves. Stalin, who actually killed more people than Hitler ever did, I think... What Hitler's count, the death count was about, 10 million? That includes the Holocaust. And then other killings, because the Holocaust wasn't it. He was killing other fucking people, too. Catholics, gypsies, gays, people who are mentally retarded, things like this. But Stalin, when I looked at his death count, it was at least 50 million. 50 fucking million people? That's just because he didn't like you. In fact, my wife's grandparents, I don't know, grandparents-in-law, whatever, they were on Stalin's death list. And they had to escape. And now, thankfully they did. I mean, the Catholic Church sponsored them to come over here. And even her father, my father-in-law, he was born in Latvia. And that's where his parents are from. But they were put on Stalin's death list because they were teachers. It wasn't any kind of ideological, I guess it was ideological, but not as ideological as like, well, the Jews are fucking bad and all this shit. Teachers could say, well, yeah, it's like this now, but here's how shit used to be. But, like I said, Stalin killed more people. Pol Pot killed a shitload of people. Fucking Mao killed a shitload of people. But if we as atheists say all Muslims are the same, guess what? That gives the fucking Muslims and the Christians, or any other religious group who's against atheism, carte blanche to say, well, guess what? All atheists are like Stalin. We can say, well, Stalin was an atheist. Stalin was a fucking atheist. Prove to me you're not like him. Well, I'm not like him. I don't want to kill anyone. Well, prove it. It's the same with Muslims. Not all Muslims hate Americans. Not all Muslims hate Christians or atheists or any other fucking group. A lot of Muslims, the majority in my fucking experience, say no. We're for freedom. In fact, like the early Muslim schools of thought were like some of the best schools of thought around. But then extremism took over the schools, and then it became some of the shit we see today. But it just pisses me off that we as atheists, we can become so judgmental of a group. Even though we atheists, shouldn't we get this? Now, maybe on YouTube, we have kind of a distorted view of the world. Of, like, well, not really the world, but like, atheists are pretty dominant on YouTube. Maybe we're probably not the biggest group. The biggest group are probably just fucking kids who are watching shit like Fred and shit like that. But I think, since atheists, like, there is a real atheist community here on YouTube, maybe that's kind of distorting our fucking view of the world. But I know this from personal experience from being a fucking outward atheist. Like I said, no, I don't believe in God. Here's the reasons. I believe in evolution. I believe in science. I think the Bible's stupid. I read it and I think it's bullshit. But we're a minority. We're the biggest minority in the country, but it doesn't fucking matter. We're a minority. People trust atheists less than any other group. Shouldn't we understand what that's like to be a minority? To know what it's like for people to look at you and just like be just horrified by you. You don't believe in God. Now, some Muslims would do that to us too. But the thing is, shouldn't we feel some kind of empathy towards a minority? Which, yes, some people are assholes in that minority. The majority of people are great. Some Christians are pricks. A lot of them are fine. They don't care if you're a fucking atheist. They believe in God and Jesus, and they believe that Jesus is their personal savior. That's fine. They don't judge other people. They say Jesus was about love. Muslims, a lot of Muslims say, no, it's about peace. Like, we don't want to kill people. We're just here to believe what we want, and then whatever happens, that's what we believe. Shouldn't we feel some kind of empathy towards these fucking minorities? I love how the majority of atheists I've talked to are all for gay rights, but they don't like Muslims. Now, maybe that's not a great example because, gays aren't, like my dad always brought up, when people bitch about gays, like, oh yeah, because here come the gays again with their fucking drive-bys. Oh, they found out there's some straight people living here. Oh, they're going by with their fucking Tech 9s, trying to kill all of us. But the thing is, certain Muslims are pricks. Yes, that's a fact. But the majority of them are fine people. They have nothing against America. They have nothing against Americans. They just say, look, here's what we believe. We've been here for a long fucking time. We accept that you have certain freedoms. But like I said, if we atheists judge them, we say all Muslims are like this. All Christians are like this. Automatically, that opens the fucking door that they can say, we're just like these fucking communists. We're just like Stalin. We're just like Mao. That was based on atheism, wasn't it? Even though, well, you can kind of make the argument, like, well, no, they didn't want you to believe in the bullshit government of the Bible. They wanted you to believe in their bullshit instead of freedom. But the thing, I'm just tired of hearing these fucking atheists ranting and raving against Muslims, how they're fucking evil. And we need to, well, what are we going to do? And this is the final fucking point I'm going to say, because this video's probably gotten a lot longer than I wanted it to be. What are we going to do? Outside of mass exterminations, what are we going to do? Can we change their minds? No. They don't look at the things that we look at. Atheists know more about religion than, like, every other group. And that includes agnostics, too. But we know more about religions than every other group. They're not going to do the same thing. Maybe that's a luxury for us. I don't know. But the thing is, once they have made up their minds, it's not our job to change it. Unless they're asking us, or they're trying to fucking engage us somehow. But, for fuck's sake, come on, atheists. I thought we were smarter than this. I thought we were less judgmental of this, but maybe not. Maybe atheists are just like every other fucking group. A few of us are fucking pure pricks. A few of us are, logical, understanding, compassionate people. But hey, I don't know. But whatever.